All right, welcome back to another episode from the new office. As you learned last time, we don't have this set up 100% yet. We're gonna get there, don't worry about that. Focus on the information that I'm gonna share with you today. So, last week I left you off with, you can't get leads. But there is a possibility of having a limitless lead flow. So today let's talk about the things that you'd have to do going into creating a limitless lead machine. And so let me start with going back to the episode a few episodes ago on mindset. If you haven't watched that, go watch that, because your mindset is everything. Your mindset when you approach things is every result you're going to get. It all starts in the mind. Think and grow rich. Now that doesn't literally mean have a thought and then you're rich, but what it does mean is that if you think correctly, rich things will come to you because you will take the right actions. And when you think horribly, bad things will happen and you will not grow rich. Simple as that. So if you're not yet rich and you're not yet making money, then I'm pretty certain you can't get leads, or at least can't consistently get them, and your mindset is you have no clue how to figure that out. Now let me help you get limitless leads. Like I gave you the example last week on the deal that I did from the lead flow that just comes into me without spending any marketing money. That isn't where you start. You don't start with spending no marketing money. That you could. There are ways and there are things and there's stuff that I do that could get you started with no money. So if you need that, comment below and we'll share with you my free gift on how you can literally go into a market with no marketing money and go generate leads out of thin air. Maybe we'll do an episode on just that one of these days. But for today, we won't, because I already have a free giveaway that we just give, and you can get the link on any of my sites, I believe. Nonetheless, comment if you don't see it, and we'll just give it to you right there. Getting back on point today so that we stay focused on how you can get to limitless leads is this. First, you must start with the framework. I told you last week that consistency, the inability for you to make a decision on what marketing channel, and then the inability to put that into action consistently is why you don't have leads just constantly flowing in. So let's start with a couple things that I like to do when I'm coaching people. The first thing that I do to eliminate the consistency issue, well, let me back that up. First, let's pick a channel, right? And your channel may be predicated based on the budget you have. So let me do this. Whatever your budget is to spend on marketing, yes, you need a budget and you need to have time or money that you're going to invest into generating business for yourself. It's called a return on investment, and it's called return on ad spend or marketing spend, right? And so to determine that budget, what I see a lot of people make the mistake on, which sets the stage for no limitless leads, but getting a bunch of leads and then no leads and no consistency, is they say, I got $5,000 and I'm gonna spend it all on direct mail, or I'm gonna buy this massive list that's a gold mine, or I'm gonna hire these VAs and they're gonna do XYZ for me and I'm gonna kill it and be rich. Hate to be the bearer of bad news. It does not usually work out that way. What most people do, and they go that route, is they spend all that money and then they were only planning on spending more marketing money when they made money off of that. And because that mindset was how they went into it, they were already sabotaging themselves and they made nothing back to can't get leads. Except for the leads you generated, but now you have no consistency, right? So what you first must do is really look at if you legitimately only have $5,000 and you need to make money back before you're going to spend any more money, well then you don't have a $5,000 budget, which you do. However, I want you to look at this from a window of 90 days. What could I so this is my number one question I ask my students. What could you spend every month for the next 3 months if you had no money coming in from it? And when you start from that frame, you start to think differently, right? Because now you're realizing I need 90 days of marketing to almost guarantee myself a result. At least I have enough data to know if what I'm doing is right or wrong. So 90 days. So if $5,000 is your number, this is all the money I have no more money than this, then I would say take that money and divide it over 12 weeks, over 90 days, divided by 3, once a month, right? This is your monthly marketing budget now. So you have roughly $1,500. $1,500 times 3 is $4,500, right? I'm not doing bad math. And you have $500 as a buffer. That is your marketing budget. That is framing yourself to create consistency so that you will start the foundation of limitless leads. From that consistency, you can always scale it up. As you close deals, that 1,500 could become 2,500. It could become 5,000 a month. It could become 10,000 a month. You get that once you solve this problem at its foundation and leads are coming in limitlessly, the amount of them is just a matter of scale. Creating the foundation of consistency is the number one thing you need to do to solve this problem. So from there, once you have that budget, so now you know what you're going to do for the next 90 days financially. This is, you're buying lists, you're paying a VA to do cold calling or texting for you. I personally recommend that you do that yourself in the beginning so that you know what it is that they're learning. Topic for a whole nother video, but there's a lot of benefit to that. And I'm actually going to shoot some videos around me doing that now and training a couple people I'm working with to do that themselves now to show you the difference in the result. And mind you, I've done hundreds of businesses that our VA services do this for people, and I can tell you where I see it fail and what I see working better. So coming back to the point of today, on the lead flow, got your budget. Now you have to pick your channel. And what do I mean by that? A lot of people try to go into this, oh, I got to do bandit signs, I got to send out some direct mail, I got to do cold calling, I got to do this, and I got to get on my websites and turn on leads. No, no, no. Well, Rob, you said you got to do marketing. Yes, yes, yes. But you can't do it across the board on everything. Eventually you can scale and add more channels, but I would prefer, especially if you're starting out, to pick one channel, one marketing focus. And if you're someone who's consistently doing business and consistently getting leads and you're looking at how to scale and you're watching this, then I would say no more than 3 channels. 3 is the maximum. And if you're doing more than 3, evaluate your KPIs. If you don't know them, there's your problem. Get on that in another topic. But evaluate those KPIs and find the 3 that are producing the most benefit or return on investment, return on marketing spend, and allocate all the funds from the ones that aren't working, cut those all off, shut them all off, and put it all into those 3. Now, coming back to what I said for most of you, pick one. Even if you're closing deals and you're doing good, if you haven't made over $500,000 in a year, which is most of you, I know this for a fact, then pick one. Pick one and go all in with your marketing budget. So here's how I like to help people pick it, because everyone says, well, is it the magic list? Is it cold calling that's going to get me my deals? Is it text messaging? Is it? Yes. Yes. That thing you just thought? Yes. How can I say that and be so certain? Because whatever it was the first thing that popped in your mind as the channel that you want to do is the right channel for you and the one that will work, because your mindset is focused on that one. You will get the result that you're after. Here's how I like to help people pick it. Do you like to talk on the phone? Are you a person who loves to spend hours on the phone talking with people, gossiping, talking, having a conversation? You love to just be in conversation all the time? Cold calling's probably for you. Do you hate talking on the phone? Like me. And you enjoy texting and try to get the message through in a text. Short, bullet points, back and forth. That's the end of my conversation. If that's you, then do texting. Do you hate the phone altogether? And you don't like to talk on it. You don't like the text. But maybe you love social media. Maybe you love being on there. Maybe you need to do online marketing. Maybe you don't like any of that. Maybe you like to write letters and read letters and stuff like that. Then direct mail is probably for you. The thing is, you have to pick the one that is best suited to the thing that you enjoy doing. If you do, you're already setting yourself up for the best success at Limitless Leads, because you're choosing the one that your mindset, and I'm not going to go way deep into why this is, but subconsciously, you believe the most in that one that you already enjoy doing, and therefore, you will get the best results from doing it. So choose that one, and then like I said before, now take your budget, and if it's cold calling, you know how much money you have to spend towards dialers and data and skip tracing to get phone numbers and leads every month, or hire a VA to do it, or my preference, do it yourself and lock down an hour a day, 3 hours a day, whatever that number is, but pick the number, smaller is better, because consistency is the name of the game. And then do that every single day for the next 90 days. Yes, take one day off a week. Even God did that in the Bible. So it's okay for you to take a day off. Recommend you take one off, preferably Sunday. Now, do that Monday through Saturday, every single week, even as leads come in. Continue to do it every day because you need to build an engine of lead flow that will lead us into later conversations about contracts. We have way more problems to deal with. But we got to stay focused on you getting leads first and foremost, because none of the other problems matter if you have no leads. If it's text messaging, same thing. 6 days a week, 1 hour to 3 hours a day, pick it and stick to it, and spend your money on the data, the software, the tool that you need to do that, or the VA, depending on your budget, and then go all in on that for the next 90 days. No other marketing channel. If it's direct mail, every week on Thursday, send your mail. You know how much money you have to spend for the month? Break that up into 4 weeks and send that every single week. I don't care if the number's small. I don't care if it's 500 pieces every Thursday. The point is 500 pieces, 5,000 pieces. Start with something that you will do every week for the next 90 days, 12 weeks, and do that. Get your leads flowing in. If it's online, every week, every day, daily budget, Google pay-per-click, Facebook pay-per-click, whatever you're gonna choose, all in the next 90 days. This is the channel you've chose. Do not stop. If you have a bad week, doesn't matter. The averages will work themselves out and you will start to create the foundation of limitless leads. You'll get rid of the problem that you're currently sitting in, which is that you can't get leads or you can't get them consistently. Now, I've given you a lot of information, but I want you to go back to some simple points here. Pick a budget for the next 90 days. That's your marketing budget. What can I spend every month for the next 3 months if no money came back in? $1,000, $2,000, $10,000? You pick that number and stick to it. That's your number for the next 90 days. Pick the channel you like the most. Do you like to talk on the phone? Do you like to text? Do you like to play on social media? Do you like to read and send mail? Pick the one you like the most, one, and stick to that and go all in, and then set that consistent path for the next 90 days. If it's calling or texting, it's every day. If it's running online ads, it's every day. You have a daily budget. 1 day off a week, except for the ads. That's a little different. You're off, the ads are running. Direct mail, once a week, Thursday's the best day. I'm just giving you the information from inside of 70 million pieces of mail, over 5 million phone calls made by our organization. These are the numbers that work. This is the stuff that creates consistency. This is going to lead you to a limitless lead machine. And then from there, you can scale to whatever level you want if you first get this foundation right and you're tracking all of that. We get into that later because I'm more concerned about you creating this and figuring out tracking later if it comes down to that. Because yes, this is way more important. I'm gonna hammer this home one more time. If you can't get leads, you have no business. You've got to solve this number one problem. You've got to have leads coming in limitlessly to you, or else nothing else we ever teach you or talk about is going to matter. So hopefully you got a lot out of this episode. If you have any questions, comment below, smash the subscribe button, comment wherever you're seeing this, share it if it's somewhere that it's shareable. Thank you and we appreciate you. Look forward to seeing you next time.